Hello, lovely. And how are you today? You're doing good. Good. I am here to tell you all about our different products and just a few simple hairstyling tools. You're thinking about going to cosmetology school? Okay, and what about cosmetology interests you? Okay, you always thought doing hair and makeup would be fun. Okay, do you have any experience with doing hair, makeup, even nails or facials or anything like that? No? Okay, that's okay. You will learn a lot, okay? You don't have to feel overwhelmed or anything. It's kind of actually better that you don't know anything. It's kind of like a clean slate, so you're kind of gonna just learn everything fresh. Okay, there's always a positive way to look at things. So I'm just gonna start out really simple today, just to show you a few things. And if you already know something, feel free to just pause me or ask any further questions about anything, alright? First of all, do you have any specific questions for me? Okay, well, we will just be focusing on hair today. Okay, so no worries about makeup. I don't want to overload you with too much information, okay? Alright, so I guess first I'm just gonna show you a couple just basic hair tools. So this is a comb, okay, and these here, we call them teeth on a comb. These teeth are very thinly set, okay, thin tooth comb here. You see this long handle on the comb? You can call that a rat tail comb, okay? That's what we call it. This comb is perfect for parting your hair. Okay, so for instance, if you are going through someone's hair for a head check, which we will do in our first semester if you join us, it's perfect for just taking and sectioning off. Okay, just sectioning off. Making clean cut lines. Okay, clean cut lines. So this is also a perfect tool for parting hair if you are sectioning for a haircut, okay? So you just part it like so, okay? And it's very easy to maneuver. Just do a little little hand movement here and just move it gently the other way and use it as a comb. And then if you need it, back to the pointy side, just go in like that, pull down, and you have yourself a clean section here. Okay. So, what is this called? A rat tail comb. Okay. this tool here. This is used during or after a haircut. Okay, you thought it was a makeup brush at first. It does look similar, and that's okay. That's perfectly fine. You can always tell the difference though, because these, it's called a neck duster, has a perfectly solid bottom so that it can sit flat and upright and just on your hair cutting station, your rollabout, your little, I know, I'm trying not to use terms you may not be familiar with, so you might have a little cart that has little drawers in it that you can put all of your products in, all your little clips and combs and things like that. You can just set this inside or on top of your little station. Okay, so you know that always stays out. Your makeup brushes will have a pointy or flatter end. Okay, let me see. I know we weren't gonna go into makeup brushes, but I'll just grab a tiny one just to kind of show you the difference of the handles. Okay, so neck duster versus a makeup brush. Okay, see it's pointy. That way you can hold it and really get that fine work done. Okay. Alright. So this is very relaxing for a lot of our guests. This is some of our guests' favorite part of their haircut. Okay, usually you can put some talcum powder on their neck, okay? Just after or during a haircut, if you see little hair flakes getting on their neck or on their shoulders, it happens quite often. Even if we use a cape, sometimes, you know, little tiny hairs can just collect right there on the back of the neck. It's always nice if you can just go in during or after a haircut and just give them a little brush. It's very soothing for our guests. So, you know, if you decide to come to school, to keep that in mind, you know, your guest is there most of the time for a good experience, good haircut, good hairstyle, you know. But also, it's one of the only times during the month or the week or the day, or sometimes the year, if they only come once a year to the salon, you never know. Sometimes it's their way of getting away and relaxing, so you want to make that experience for your guest as soothing as possible, okay? So just take a little extra time sometimes with this, gently remove the hair, or sometimes they even like it a little bit faster, just a little bit faster. You can ask them their preference, okay? As you grow and learn as a hairstylist, as a beautician, as a cosmetologist, whatever you'd like to call it, you're gonna know, you're gonna learn your customers, your clients, your guests. You're gonna make connections, and you know, it's really about making each individual person feel the most comfortable. And everyone prefers different things. Some people like for instance, some people like a gentle head massage as they're getting a shampoo. Some people like a very lots of pressure, lots of digging, lots of nail scratching, and you know, with their shampoo, it's just all about the individual. So, you know, it's a lot of asking as you go along what they prefer, stuff like that, okay? So that's just one tip for the neck duster. Always, if you get a chance during a haircut, always try to use this. They really enjoy especially on our male clients, okay, our male haircuts. If you're doing any work with the buzzer, our little clippers, okay, you're gonna get a lot of little tiny loose hairs going on the neck. You always want to clean that up right away because it can get a little itchy if you don't. So just use this. You're always gonna want to, clean this after every customer, after every guest. Okay, you're always gonna want to keep this nice and clean for them, nice and clean. Okay, keep that in mind. So next we're going to talk a little bit about clips. Okay, I'm going to show you a couple of our basic clips. Now you can get these at any dollar store, Walmart, any drugstore, any hair supply store is going to have these. Okay, these are just basic clips that you can use for really anything. We use these a lot to clip up little sections of hair if we're doing a hairstyle or a haircut, or if we're doing hair color even. The easiest way is to take a section of hair like so. Okay, just take a section like that and kind of twirl it. Just twirl the hair. Eventually, you can wrap it up like that and use your clip to hold it nice and tightly in place, okay? So, these work very well. These are very cheap. You can get a pack of these. I think a pack of 10 for $1. So, we also use these sometimes. If our client is not really ready for a cape yet, but they're just having a towel, you can use this to clip the towel on them. It comes in handy for a bunch of different uses, really. Okay, and you can get them in all different colors. That's the beauty of our industry. You can add your own little pop of color to things, your own little touch of personality to things, and glam things up as much as you want. So that's another little thing to think of. Now, some people prefer fancier clips, such as these. These have little rhinestones on them. Of course, they do the same exact thing. This one's just a little bit bigger than our basic clip. Okay. I'm just showing you a couple today because I don't want to overload you with any information before you even start or apply for our classes. Okay, I'm just kind of easing you into it. So these are just, a little bit wider of a clip. Okay. Have you ever used a clip in your hair before? Okay, that's okay. That's okay. Now, let's go into some different products. Does that sound okay to you? Okay. Alright, and if this gets to be too much, just feel free to stop me at any time, alright? So the first thing I want to teach you about is hairspray. Now there are thousands, probably, of different brands of hairspray. Okay. This is just a simple one that you can find at Walmart. Any drugstore would have it. Okay, this is Fructis Style Garnier Sleek and Shine Hairspray. 24-hour hold, anti-humidity. Do you know what any of that means? Okay. Well, hairspray is a product that you can use after a hairstyle, specifically after a hairstyle, to just keep it in place a little better. You can can use it after a fresh haircut a little bit if you'd like. Just to kind of keep it in place a little bit. But the main use out of this is after a good hairstyle, preferably an updo or a nice neat braid or something like that. You always want to shake up the hairspray a little bit. Okay, just shake it up like that. Okay, and this here is the lid. Going to just pop that off. And this here is the nozzle. Okay, you're just going to push down on the nozzle just very gently. Okay, and the little trick that I learned in some of my hair salons that I've worked at, instead of spraying down towards the hair, okay, you're going to want to spray a little far away and spray up. Spray up. Okay. It's a lot more professional way to do that, I've learned. And it doesn't, I don't know, glunk up our hair so much if you kind of spray it out here in a way, rather than just directly down at it, okay? So that's something to keep in mind. Like I said, there's all kinds of different hairsprays you can invest in. They all do about the same though, to be honest. You can get stronger hairsprays. Although I will say that I have invested in some more expensive hairsprays before that have really held for days. If you're doing an updo on someone, if you're doing a wedding hairstyle in the future, something like that, a really good hairspray will get you a long way. Okay. Now the anti-humidity. So, you know how it gets humid outside. That affects our hair a great deal. So, say you spent 3 hours straightening somebody's hair, and it's a humid day outside, and you're wanting their hairstyle to stay that sleek, straight style. You can spray a little bit of this, or a lot, or medium amount, whatever you feel, whatever you think is right, in their hair, and this will act against the humidity, making it stay straight. Okay, so alright, so while we're talking about fructis, let's go ahead and look at this other product by them. This is also a Sleek and Shine. This is Anti-Frizz Serum. I love serums. If I don't blow dry my hair, which I often don't, I often let it air dry, just to kind of let it get healthier. I don't like to put a lot of heat on my hair. I just kind of wear it naturally if I can get away with it. A product like this will go a long way. Okay, it's just a nice anti-frizz serum with argan oil and morocco for frizzy, dry, undamaged hair. Instant, sleek, proven strength system. Okay, a little tiny pump of this will go a long way. I'll just show you. So I'm just gonna put a little tiny drizzle in the tip of my fingers there. Okay, and then I'm just gonna rub it in. This is called emulsifying. Yeah, I'm gonna emulsify that product just in my fingertips here. Okay, and I'm just going to put it at the ends. Just run it through. Just run it through the ends of my hair, and I like to do this after if I straighten my hair, or like I said, I don't use much heat on my hair, so I like to just run this through my ends, prevent that frizzy look. Okay. And you can already tell it's made it a little bit more shiny, a little bit more sleek. Okay. So, let's see this next product. This is a leave-in conditioner, leave-in spray. And this is coconut oil. Ask is the brand, okay? This is pretty self-explanatory, really. You just spray it in the hair. You leave it in. I'm gonna go ahead and spray a little bit in mine. You don't want to spray too much, and you don't want to spray towards the top, especially if it's a conditioning or any type of oil or anything, because we do not want the tops of our hair at our roots, at our base to look oily. You know what I mean? So just the ends here where we have maybe some damage going on, maybe some dead or split ends. Okay, you can kind of just break up the hair like that. Just add just a few little squirts of that. Okay, just gonna leave that in. Okay. You like the smell of that? Me too. And that's another thing. A lot of your clients, a lot of your guests that you have, the products that you use on them, a lot of the times they'll purchase those from you just if it smells nice. So, be your own judge at picking the most smell good products that you can find, and you would be sure to, sell a lot of those. So, that's a little tip there. Let's see. What I want to show you next. Let's go ahead and look at another product. Is that okay? It's not too much for you, right? Okay, good. So this is a little bit more of an expensive one, not too high-end. So you can see $24. Pureology, it's professional color care. Okay, it's 21 essential benefits. You don't have to worry about any of that, though. It's okay. You don't have to memorize any of this. I'm not gonna give you a quiz or anything at the end of this. This is just some basic, catching you up on some things. Okay, so don't even fret over it. Okay. This is a multitasking leave-in spray. So again, this is leave-in. This is one of my favorite products to use. And you'll learn a lot more about what products you like to use personally. 100% vegan ingredients. A lot of clients love that. So, it helps with a lot of things. You can use it in wet or dry hair. I like products that you can use just about for anything. So this can act as a leave-in. This can act as a hair drying spray. Can act as a frizz control. It can add shine. Helps seal hair cuticle. Just a ton of stuff. I know a lot of this might be over your head, and that's okay. That's perfectly fine. But I just wanted to wanted to share this with you personally, because if you get into hairstyling, if you go ahead and sign up for cosmetology, I just kind of wanted to educate you on a couple things you should keep your eye out open for. That is definitely learning about what products that you like. The more you know about products, the more you know about hair care and all of that. The more your guests are going to look up to you and come to you for hair advice, and that's what you want as a hairstylist. You really want people to trust in you, okay? here's another. This smells so good. You can get this at Walmart or anything. It's a conditioning hair mist. Again, I would just use just a tiny bit at the ends of your hair, especially if you have a client with dry or porous hair. If you've just done a perm or a hair treatment, maybe not a perm, but a hair color is what I meant. If you have lightened their hair with hair bleach, or if you've done anything like that and their hair is just kind of dry at the ends, you can always use a little leave-in hair conditioner. Just spray that in there a little bit, and it'll help make that look less dry on them. So it's one thing to think about. This is a very important thing I'm gonna tell you about right here. This is another Fructis product. Okay, this is a hair straightening mist. And one thing I will tell you before, have you worked with styling your own hair at all in the past? No? Okay, that's completely fine. So usually when you use heat on your hair, so if you use a curling iron, if you're doing a beach wave, if you are straightening your hair, even blow drying your hair, you should really use a heat protectant spray. And that's what this is, okay? It'll tell what it protects against. So all of our different hair tools, our straighteners, our curlers, wands, different things, they all go to a different temperature. Most of them have about the same one, but some of them are a little hotter than others. So, something to pay attention to in the future. This protects against 450 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay. It's a 48-hour straight finish. So, this kind of acts as a little bit of a hairspray as well. It kind of holds that straightness in. So this is specifically for flat ironing, okay? But there are several ones for, doing, there's specific ones to use before you blow dry your hair. There's specific ones that you can use for curly hair, all kinds of different products. But always, always, always use a heat protectant if you are going to be using a hot tool on somebody, okay? Let's see. Okay, I guess I can show you this. Have you ever seen one of these before? Okay, only on movies. That's perfectly fine. They are quite fancy, aren't they? So these are just a round brush. Okay, and these are really good for using during a blow dry, especially if you're wanting to create a lot of volume on your guest. So I'm just gonna give you a little visual tip. Okay, so you just take it like so. You're gonna want to get a clean section, just a very thin one. Anytime you section out hair when you're styling or coloring or anything, even cutting, you're gonna want to get about a half inch or less. Okay, you're just gonna take it and you're just gonna roll it. Okay, and as you're blow drying, you can kind of keep this there for a minute and use your blow dryer under it, and it'll really help hold that volume in. Okay, so that's just a little tiny tip, and if you forget that, we're gonna reteach that to you. So get the metal in the middle. See how it's metal. That when the heat from the blow dryer hits that, it kind of acts as a hot tool, and it kind of helps keep that shape, that volume, so that when you release it, your hair is going to be a little bit more voluptuous, which is always a beautiful down, you want a little bit of volume, this is a perfect way to do that. So keep that in mind. Let's see. So I guess I can show you this little thing too. This is just a special wig comb. This is more of a wide tooth comb. There's hundreds of different types of combs, I'm telling you. So don't feel overwhelmed or anything when you step foot in our salons. We're gonna have so many different hair tools and things. So this is just more of a wide tooth comb, though. I really like this one. I use this on wigs a lot. You can use this on your regular hair. It's kind of for those thin little tangles, though. Those thin little tangles. Okay, it's really cute. Let's see. So the last thing I want to go over is the shears. Now, when you were a kid in kindergarten or just any time in school, you probably used scissors at all. Cutting construction paper, doing little art projects, anything like that. Okay, cool. So you know what scissors are. Great. So in cosmetology, we're going to go ahead and start calling those shears. It just sounds prettier. Sounds more professional. It just comes out better. It's what separates us from the children of the world, I guess. Just look at it like that. It's fine. So, shears are going to be your best friend when you are a hairdresser, okay? Especially if you're into hair cutting, alright? Some people, they go into specialize in other things, such as nails, not me, makeup, hair color, hairstyle. If that's more of your expertise, then you're not going to really be using shears much. But when you are in training to be a hairstylist, you'll be using shears almost every single day, okay? And they're wonderful. You hold them just like this, okay? Which I won't bombard you with that too much because you will have a whole lesson, a whole class on how to hold your shears correctly. How to maneuver them comfortably, how to keep them in your hand, just all kinds of things. So yeah, that's just a little tiny little tip, okay? Just something for you to know. These are my personal shears. Okay. So, it's just a little tiny tip. Before I go, do you have any other questions for me? Absolutely. So we're going to have an orientation, okay, in just a few weeks if you are interested in still becoming a hairdresser, cosmetologist. You can pick up a form on your way out and you can come and sit and we will go over, when our first classes begin and things like that. You'll kind of meet some other people that are thinking about joining as well, okay? Alright, perfect. Well, you seem like a really sweet person and I really hope that you decide to take on this course. I think you'll be great at it. I know it can seem a little overwhelming, but it's really just taking it one step at a time, and I think you'll be fine. Okay? Well, I enjoyed my time with you today. Thank you so much for coming and seeing me. Alright, hope to see you again.